Hey, you guys, it's your girl Keeping It Pushing coming to you with a new video. This video will be put in, it's our first installment of Keeping It Pushing at Night. Hey, you guys, I know I've been gone for a while. I haven't dropped a video in a couple of months. A lot of things has been going on with your girl, good and bad. And like I told you in the introductory of Keeping It Pushing, I want to be as raw and authentic as I can be. I noticed that with a lot of content creators, as bigger as they get, the more faker they get. And I want to keep us grounded to the point where I am just as real as your next door neighbor. I'm just as real as the girl that you kick it with at work. I'm just as real as your boy you kick it with at work. Like, your girl is like leveled, down to earth, okay? So Keeping It Pushing at Night is going to consist of me telling stories of what's going on in my life, giving you the resolution to the situation that I'm speaking on. And for some things that are happening currently, we'll have to see what the outcome is going to be. And I think that you guys would appreciate it and you will love it because I'm keeping it as honest as I possibly can be. Now, I just want us to like vibe out and get the good energy going. So what I need all of my pushing crew to do is get your drinks, get your herbal essence floating in the air, get your juice, get your water, whatever suits you fine. And then we're gonna settle in for the night for this tale. Okay? Now, all of my tales are personal experiences. These are things I've experienced personally. Whether it affected me directly or indirectly, it's still my story. Now, am I going to change up the names of people? Of course, because regardless of how people have treated me throughout my past and upcoming future, I'm still going to respect the fact of the matter that no one is asking to be put on a public platform and everything else. But if someone can get something or grab something from this situation, then by all means, I'm here for it. So tonight's situation is going to be about myself. Okay. And like I said before, I am having a hard time right now understanding how in some people's minds, it's feasible to be a parent when it's convenient to themselves. Okay. Right now my situation is my youngest kids. Their father only wants to be a parent when it's convenient to him, when it makes him look good, when he wants to prove to people who really don't even care, whether he succeed or fail. He want to present himself to them as a father, but with me, it's a little bit more in depth. I can't turn off being a mom whenever I'm tired, I'm frustrated, overwhelmed. It's too much. I don't get that option. And that's for men as well, because you have some single parent male, men out here that are taking on their children and they're raising them. But what I've noticed that when it comes to males, the support system is like just only in my knowledge. Now, I could be wrong. So, your girl Keeping It Pushing. I try to keep it as real as possible. I don't mind a debate. I don't mind, a back and forth. I don't mind a two-way, because I am a person who believes in too much agreement kills a conversation. So if I agree with everything you say, we're not going to really have a real in-depth conversation. It's just going to be yes, yes type situations. And I love to have dialogue with people who have different introspects than I do. It opens my mind to other ways of thinking, feeling, and otherwise. So I'm going to say this, as far as I'm concerned. When it comes to my kid's father, I never put myself on a pedestal to think that I was better than his other baby mother. And, with a lot of girlfriends, when they're in situations and they're dealing with men who have other kids or have a kid by somebody else, they tend to walk around with this I'm superior attitude, which blows my mind because my thing is that woman went through her issues and her traumas with that particular male for him to get to you. Now, is he the same individual? No. But will he have certain characteristics? Maybe, maybe not. It's not for me to judge. It's not for me to sit here and tell you otherwise. But what I'm saying is that I wasn't the type of woman that was closed off to whatever issues that the prior baby mother might have had before me. Now, it is always my decision, my choice to have the kids that I have. No one forced me to have it. No one put a gun up to my head to have kids. And I'm not making excuses. I love my kids. They are here. And that's it. I'm going to be there regardless if their father shows up or not. The individual that he is, does he have the capabilities? Yes. Is he willing to put in the effort? Yes and no. Okay. And I will go in depth in future videos, but I just want to get this out. I want to understand how some men think that it's okay to be a parent when it's convenient for them. Now, I want you guys to take this and really think about it before you respond or comment below. In the YouTube streets, you know how we do. We whisper, we talk. But I really want an understanding of this. So that's why I'm coming to y'all tonight. I find that it is very unsettling for the parent that is parenting the kid full time. I'm not going to make this like a woman bashing men type situation because I've lived enough life to know that's not the case in all situations. And I just want an understanding. You only call when it's holiday time. And mind you, I'm looking at the date. We have a child birthday, December the 23rd. And I have yet to get a phone call. I have yet to get a phone call to say, hey, what is it that baby girl wants? Or, I'm going to get her this. So I just want you to know to make sure you don't buy her that. I haven't gotten anything. But it's amazing to me that you can honestly reach out on Thanksgiving and be like, oh, I wanted to wish my kids a happy Thanksgiving. Like, huh? If you haven't seen or talked to your kids in 3 to 4 months prior to that, and then Thanksgiving, because it's Thanksgiving, you expect me to pick up the phone. Keeping it pushing through, please tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I could be totally wrong. And I'm willing to accept if I'm wrong and right or wrong. If you have not provided for your children, and let me say this, I'm one of them women who, I don't need you to put money directly in my hand, okay? If you're buying the shoes, if you're buying the coats, if you're buying t-shirts, underwear, socks, you're willing to come pick them up from school these particular days out of the week, you're willing to come and get them on the weekend, whatever, I'm for it. Because I look at it as a break for me. So if you have your children, that relieves stress. I can, take my downtime for myself. I can concentrate on me, concentrate on my house, get it together, whatever the case may be. If you're one of them type of individuals who feel as though that I'm giving you the money to take care of whatever I need you to take care of for the child's sake, then I'm all for it too. Like, I will go and buy the necessary things because I am the parent that is taking care of the child full term. Well, not full term, but full time. So I say all of this to say, how is it that you can walk around in your day to day and know for a fact that you have kids? Because see, my thought process is just, maybe it's a little foggy, but You need socks to put on your feet. You need underwear to put on your behind. You need jeans and shirts to put on. You need a coat. You need a hat. You need a scarf. Whatever is your thing. You need gas in your car. You need to get here and there and there and there. So if these things are prevalent to you, why isn't the fact that your kids need the same thing prevalent to you? Now, I could be totally wrong. Keeping the pushing crew, I need y'all to keep me on my P's and Q's. I started this channel with the honesty that I know I am, and I expect you guys to give me the same honesty in return. And now, granted, I'm not giving you the full scope of everything, but just what we're talking about right now, I just need positive feedback. We went our separate ways 6 months ago. You haven't spoken to your kids. You have not came to my home. You haven't left nothing at the door. I mean, if it's to the point where you feel as though, oh, you can't speak to me to give it to me directly, I have a whole balcony. You could have threw it on the balcony with a note. I'm the only one who goes out on the balcony. I'm going to go out there on that balcony. You know that of me. So I will see it. It's nothing on my balcony other than my normal stuff. So if I see anything out of the ordinary, of course, I'm going to, see it. When it comes to him, he gets angry. He gets frustrated with me. He'll take my whole name and number out of his phone because he wants to be mad. Oh, I won't contact her, which I think is the most stupidest thing ever, because how are you going to remove the woman who's taking care of your kids? How are you going to communicate with them? Because I'm not calling because I have the kids. And the reason why I'm not calling, y'all can tell me if I'm right or wrong in this, I feel like if I got to call you to tell you that your kids need shoes, a t-shirt, undershirt, underwear, whatever the case may be, I'm begging. Because these are things that you know that these kids need. This is not your first rodeo with children. So you know these are the necessary things that they need to thrive. And the fact that you're willing to walk away and just don't care. I mean, granted, I could be a part of the classic, I don't want to have nothing to do with my kids. I could have. But the way this man operates is a little different. It's like he wants the clout. And that's not the word I want to use, because I hate using that word clout. People misuse that word and they drag it through the dirt, through the grime, to the ends of the earth with that word. But this man loves the fact of showboating. That's what I need. That's the word I'm looking for. He likes to showboat in front of his friends like he's doing it. So if he was to come, let's say tomorrow he come knocks on the door and he's like, can I have my kids? All right, cool. You can have your kids. Now, mind you, I'm the one that's keeping them up. I'm taking care of them. I buy their clothes. I buy their shoes, everything. Haircuts, hairdos, I do everything. So when you get them, you're getting them on good foot. So when your friends and them see them, oh yeah, I make sure my kids stay fresh. No, they stay fresh because of me. Yeah, they stay fresh because of me. He got a haircut because of me. I am the one who sits in the barbershop with both of your sons to make sure they got their hairs cut. I'm the one that sits up, washes, conditions, greases, and makes sure baby girl hair stays the length that it is and grows even longer. I am the one who goes in the stores and I pick out their outfits and I'm like, okay, she likes this. He likes this. He likes this character right now. Okay, this is what it is. I am the one that's doing this. And I don't like the fact that you think that you can come and take them and showboat. And it's crazy that I say this because I know one of the comments will be, people know when you're doing, no. In these cases, these people are slower than slow, and I hate to say it, and I'm sorry to say it, and please forgive me for saying it the way that I'm saying it, but I'm going to have to say it the way that I'm going to have to say it. They slower than slow. They are. They are so cool with it, just long as it's not me. I challenge his status quo. I am the female that came into his life that challenges him to be great. where everybody else around him likes him to be dumb and dormant the way he is, because then they can continue to use him the way that they use him. But with him being with me, I challenge him to do greater things and be a better man than what he is. Not saying that he's not a good man. Look, to be honest with you, I don't want to judge, because karma is a mug, and I truly believe in that. But I'm a firm believer in, you know, if people show you who they are, you got to believe them. If people don't want to be a part of your life, to your day-to-day circle, you have to let them go. That was their choice. You have to respect it. I don't believe in forcing someone to stay into a situation, no matter how complicated it might be. I don't believe in forcing somebody to stay into a situation they don't want to stay in. And to me, I look at it like, okay, you didn't want the relationship no more. Okay, fine. Don't have the relationship, but don't turn your back to your kids that you made in the relationship. But I see that a lot of guys are on this, and this is no disrespect to the guys. Again, a disclaimer, I do not want to make this out to be like a woman bashing men thing, because it's not, because it goes both ways. I know of some women who, if they're not in a relationship with their children's father, they don't want to have nothing to do with them. They won't even take care of the kids. And the fact that I know that is the reason why I don't deal with them, because at the end of the day, you're supposed to take care of your kids regardless of what the circumstances is. You don't get to pick and choose when it's convenient for you to be a parent. Oh, it's the holidays. Okay, I'm going to be a parent. But then the 250 other days of the year, or the 340 something days of the year where there's no real major events going on, I choose to opt out. Like an insurance plan, I'm gonna opt out right now for 6 months until the rates go down, or I can find a better one. And when I find a better one, then I'm gonna opt in. And then when them go too high for me to pay, or I don't want to pay, I'm gonna opt out again, and I'll find something else. Like, that's not parenthood. Like, your own mother didn't pull a plug on you, so why do you feel it comfortable? Why do you feel as though it's comfortable? Let me say it that way, for you to do that to your children. Now, I'm gonna go in detail a little bit more in depth to let you know, like, the relationship or whatever. But this is 9 years. This is not something that I just walked into, just discovered, and oh wow, this is what the outcome is. This is 9 years of living together off and on in a full-fledged relationship. So it bothers me, because we have kids, and like, I've never done anything to you to the point that you can never be a parent to your kids. Like, I ain't cheat on you, I ain't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? That's not it. But when I go in depth with the background of who he is, the background of who I am, and I'm not going to shit on him. If he didn't do something, I'm just going to honestly say he didn't do that. That's not him. But he is influenced by people around him. He's one of them type of people that, if 75% of the people say don't be with her because she's not respecting you, she wants to do this her way, or she wants to be this way, you know what I'm saying? Well, she got a job, she taking care of the kids, let her take care of the kids. You don't need to do this, that, and the third. He'll go along with it. The other 25%,